Hey guys, welcome to part 9 of my Zelda II electric playthrough. So I went ahead and farmed this statue here for potions. Every time you hit it, you get a chance at either a potion or an enemy. And if you don't get what you want, you can just leave the stage, come right back in, and just keep farming it until you fill up all your magic and health. Anyways, this is the second to last stage. This stage is... the main feature of it is a little bit different than some of the others, but I'll show you that when we come to it. Magic management is going to be pretty important in this stage. So, I'm going to have to try not to take damage so that I can not have to use the life spell so often. This stage also continues the trend of dead ends and irritating traps. I don't have this stage memorized, and it's one of the larger ones, so bear with me. I don't like to cut footage, but if I have to, I will, because I don't want to bore you guys with all the gritty details. I'll try and just hit the highlights. So yeah, build your little stairs out. And remember, in our last video, we got the master key, so we don't have to worry about gathering keys. See, this was a little dead end aside from that pea bag. Was it a pea bag or a key? I think it was a pea bag. So we've already wiped out this entire floor. Oof, okay. And I also am trying to get up to 6,000 experience points before I get to the boss of the stage, because I don't want to have to worry about leveling up after I leave this dungeon. Ow, you jerk. Oh, that's not what I wanted. But sure. I think Doom Knockers are... Woo, yeah, they're 2 hits now, so that's nice. Where'd that guy go? There he is. Yeah, I should have no problem hitting that 6,000. Getting to this dungeon as a kid, I remember the red color. It, like, I don't know, it made me feel, like, intimidated. Even though it's not much more difficult than the last one, it's just kind of bigger. Okay, so jump, and you're going to need to make it over these chasms. And I think, yeah, which I probably should have saved for later, but whatever. There's a magic potion in there. Now those guys are going down easy, 150 XP. And also this stage, I may take an intentional death, and I'll show you why in a bit. But this stage also has a 1-up in it, so it's kind of a trade-off. Oops. Careful with these blocks not to make yourself okay, so this way, this is kind of the famous feature of this dungeon. You want to equip the jump spell, and you're going to count it off 1, 2, 3 statues, and then see the little tiles on the ground. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then jump. You're going to jump on that third tile because there is a hole in the ground that you cannot see. And my God, is it frustrating to fall in that thing, especially whenever you know where it is and you make that, or you fall in twice. So count your blocks. Third statue, third block. And then we get to fight this guy again. Let's see if I can get the quick kill on him. Nope. But I'm much stronger now. Oops. So it should be 3 hits. 2, 3. And you're trapped in this screen, even though you have the master key. No music. Just trapped here. Until you pick it up. And look at that. The dungeon's item is a cross. Now this cross has, I think, just one use, and I'll show you what that is once we leave the dungeon. But for now, I'm going to intentionally fall down into the hole. You got a 3-block jump. Go. Oh yeah, I'll definitely make the 6,000. So people talking about this game being grindy, it's just not. If you know what you're doing and you don't just actively run from every enemy in the game and you level up intelligently, you know, make sure you cross a level threshold before you place a stone or a gem or crystal or whatever they're supposed to be. Then you should reach the level cap no problem. And if you don't, it's not the end of the world. You can easily beat the boss of this game, the final boss, not being at the level cap. And then just start up New Game Plus and you'll make it there in no time. This is the way that I didn't go before. Up and to the right is the way to that bottomless pit that I just fell down. Not bottomless, but the pit that I fell down into. Now we have the item, and it's just a hunt for the boss. I guess this stage isn't so big as much as it is confusing if you don't know the way. Especially if you go the wrong way, you don't know you've gone the wrong way until you've made it to the end and you don't have the item, because the item is not needed to fight the boss. You'll just end up having to backtrack. You won't remember which way you go, because while I love the graphics of this game, it all does look very samey. Okay, so now you're going to intentionally fall in here. Oh, this isn't it. And if you just keep falling, it'll just keep taking you in a loop. Like if you fell down another level, I think you would go back to that room that I first started in. Oh, come on. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, that's what I thought. Be careful, once again. I know I warn you guys of this pretty much every single stage, but the biggest threat with these pits is getting knocked in by these guys. How am I going to do this? Is he going to come back? Yes, he is. I'm just going to follow him. Because certain ones won't spawn. I think it's considered the same enemy. It despawns on one side and respawns on the other. So if you follow him, you won't have a chance to do that. I'm going to waste a reflex spell on one of these guys. Ugh. There we go. Okay. Fairy spell. And kind of what's going on from this point on, you're going to come across obstacles like this that are really just there to sap your magic, so you won't have them when you have it when you need it. So, but you will need it to get through, so... Okay, so, down, with any luck, we won't see down. That is a way back up. Oh, you might see it. There we go. Ooh, look how close I am to leveling up. Okay, so here's the point where I will likely take an intentional death, because I just don't like where my magic is. But I'm going to equip jump and shield, and if you fall here, this is where I was talking about you're going to go down and you'll have to go back up that elevator that I didn't use, so you don't want to fall down there. It's possible to make that without the jump spell, but I never try it. Okay. Oh, there we go. Magic will go up. And then grab the 1-up doll, which is red because I am. And then I'm just going to let these guys kill me, because I'd like a refill on health, and that 1-up doll will facilitate that not being a big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this whole portion out for you guys. Okay. And as you can see, I respawned right at the beginning of this room again. Now, the boss of this palace isn't that difficult. I probably could have done it with the health that I had, but I didn't want to risk it. So you don't have to kill yourself there. I just do it because there's a 1-up, and now I'm full on everything. Okay, so now you're going to want to be very quick. Put this over the fairy spell. Fall in. Pause. Make sure it's over the fairy spell. You gotta pause here. If you don't like reselect by putting the cursor next to it, even if you did it in the room before, it'll reset. So when you fall in, immediately pause, hover over the fairy, and activate it. Otherwise you'll fall down and you'll have to go all the way back around from that elevator, and it's awful. Oh, there are pea bags and various things like that, but also I'll let myself fall down there if I am so low on magic I can't use the jump spell to get up to where the 1-up doll was. But alright, so I'm going to cast jump and shield. Careful not to fall in. And it's time for the boss, Barba. And the biggest threat here is getting knocked in the lava. So be patient, don't get greedy with your hits, and know that every time Barba comes up, Barba will spit fire after a couple seconds. So remember the timing on that, memorize it. Barba's not too bad. The hardest part is, or the most dangerous part, is getting knocked into the lava. So mitigate the risk of that by being patient. See what I mean? I didn't need to die. I didn't even take a hit. But better safe than sorry, right? The key, make the jump, and place the final crystal gemstone thingy into the big nose face statue. Then watch it tick up, and then boom, and then there's the level cap, 888. We have the item, we beat the boss, we place the crystal, and then after I leave here, I will be ending this episode, And basically, in the next episode, I'm going to be going around and just collecting all the 1-up dolls. It's the only thing left for me to do before I take on the final boss, or the final palace, I should say. So, yeah, I will see you in the next episode.